Hi guys, Obi-Wan Kenobi today with you. Frankly speaking, I did not expect to record any videos. I was getting ready to see my friends. It's Christmas Eve. Happy holidays, everyone. Yeah, I was just like getting ready, though I had a thought that I wanted to share. And I promised myself that if I do have a thought, and it's kind of a, um, stays in my brain, it just doesn't leave me right away, that means that it's time to share it. What I always did is I shared those thoughts in notes or lately with ChatGPT for past few years, and that was pretty natural process for me, though I never did it with camera. And obviously um, I'm mixing two languages when I'm sharing my thoughts with like ChatGPT, for example. Luckily, it actually translates pretty well. But sharing my thoughts on YouTube is something new for me, so I found a few channels that are doing the same, and I really love watching those. So I hope I will find my community as well. And with that, the point is that I thought I will start recording immediately if I feel that I need to share those thoughts. Otherwise, if later, I will try to make the whole production stuff, like write down the scenario and things. It will, for me, look artificial, and I ended up not posting so many things that I wanted. That yeah, I regret of wasting time, first of all, and second, of not actually sharing. Once I heard like really brilliant thought, something like think that God might send you here to share something with people, and you didn't do that only because you were hesitant about the image, about whatever, right? So also, it's kind of very in line with my attempts to form a new self. Anyway, too deep into philosophy. The point is that I figured that, and again, probably for a lot of people that would be obvious thing, but for me it was like, wow. So we have two types of energy, physical and emotional, maybe more. I don't know. This is what I noticed. And physical energy is what we get used to measure from the very childhood. Not like physically measure, but we understand it really well. Because as children, we were playing, running around, doing sports and stuff, so we know what is physical exhaustion is, right? So when we are tired, we know that it's time to relax. And what I notice is that I'm doing the same thing when I'm low on the emotional energy. And oh my God, it's wrong. So it feels like physical energy that we have is like a battery. We are sleeping, we are recharging this battery. We are eating, we're adding energy. So the pool of energy is maximum in the morning, usually. And we're spending it step by step. And I know that a lot of people might think, no, I am like a night owl. I am night owl, like always been. And it's actually not something mandatory that you cannot change if you want to, but not the topic. It doesn't matter if you are old or not. We have maximum energy after sleep. This is the process, physical process of our recharge. And in the morning, we have this full battery and spending it throughout the day. And the point, like, for example, looking at myself, I know that I'm not spending all of the energy, physical energy that I do have. I have way more than I'm spending because I'm gaining weight, or I have some extra weight that I can lose. And it's like, physical process. I'm not spending, so the energy is stored somewhere. Nothing bad in that, but this just highlights that we have actually abundance of physical energy, And due to driving everywhere, working remotely, having so much fun and stuff to do at home, that we're not moving as we're supposed to naturally, and we're definitely not moving as much as children did, as we as a children did, right? But what at least everyone in my circle are struggling with, I think, is emotional energy. And I was working in IT all my life, and I am surrounded by people with, I guess, same issues with anxiety, with lots of pressure, responsibility and stuff. And this is actually what's taking out the emotional energy. But the thing with emotional energy is that it is not same as physical. We are not spending emotional energy, we are growing it. And yes, in the morning you can wake up in a specific mood and you will have this, more or less of emotional energy, I guess, to spend. But when we are feeling, especially like today in the morning, I felt terrible. I woke up blaming myself for not doing this and this and that before holidays and stuff. And I was so disappointed in myself, and I thought, oh my God, the day will be ruined. I do not have energy. And I was like, oh, how I not having energy? I just woke up from an actually pretty good sleep. It didn't make sense. This is basically the whole sub process. And I figured I do not have emotional energy. I am drained because I woke up with the thought of self-blame, and this is taking out the huge part of emotional energy. It's like, blocking. It's not even spending it, it's just blocking it. And while I am in this thought process, my emotional energy is blocked. So I feel like, and apparently to unblock it, it's pretty easy process. I took a shower, I unblocked part of it. I did my coffee, unblocked part of it. I took care of my dogs and cooked some stuff for friends. I have lots of energy. I am so full of energy that I actually sat down to record the video, which is kind of a tough. It's just really tough for me to sit down and record the video. It provides a lot of anxiety to me, and it's a whole process. In any way, what I figured is that if I feel down and I feel like I need to sit and relax, it's a huge lie based on my childhood pattern of exhaustion. Like in the childhood, I felt I'm exhausted. That means that I need to sit down. That's it. Do not spend physical energy. Eat something, drink water. But now the pattern is different. I have not actually, if I'm sitting down and starting like scrolling, this is again blocking this emotional energy. And instead, what I can do is do something that I schedule to do, for example, like, I don't know, house chores, anything. Though, very important thing is, in order to gain emotional energy for myself at least, what I have to do is I have to be focused on one task. And what I got used to do is like cooking and doom scrolling. Like I'm just switching those videos really fast. Blocks emotional energy. Instead, if I do not feel like, staying and cooking in silence, what I can do is just to turn on one long video with a specific topic. Today it was missing 411. Oh my God. I'm curious what therapists would say about it. But in any way, I was watching Missing 411 and it's like hour and a half video or something. And same time I was cooking. And it's only 2 actions that I'm doing at the same time, which is a huge win for me. Usually it's like 15, same time. Nothing is complete, everything is started. again, blocks a lot of energy. And yeah, I just did everything step by step. I took time, walk my dogs. I took time to snack a little bit. I cooked a salad. I cooked one other dish with eggplants, and I did the orange cake. And it didn't even take a lot of time. You know, it's just apparently we have abundance of time when we are not running around like crazy. And it's about me and my levels of anxiety, I guess. I'm trying to learn how to tame my brains, and it's a process. But today I felt like it was a huge win. Just settling down those thoughts in my brains. And again, those are not like super new something, right? It's like if you will sit down, you and think through this, through what I told, I bet you had the same thoughts at certain points. I bet you notice the same reactions at certain points. It's just for me something that I need to sit down and probably talk through. And after that, it's kind of settles in my brain. So I did those notes today morning, and I was like, oh my God, this is so helpful. This is so helpful to get myself out of this horrible thing when I started the day with, you know, blaming myself and feeling like I'm incapable of changes. Now I feel like I'm capable of anything. So yeah, physical energy, emotional energy, working completely different. What I will try to do next time is when I feel that I am exhausted, I'll just ask myself, can it be physical exhaustion? Like if it's late at night and I don't know, swam another hour and a half, that might be, right? But 95% is just emotional exhaustion. And that means that, yes, sometimes I can just sit down and watch a movie. But it's also important, if I'm sitting down to watch a movie, I'm just watching a movie. I'm not trying to clean all the mess around me and watch a movie. I am just restoring my emotional energy, and some movies will definitely do that for us. Some movies are just awesome. And even like some, you know, short content sometimes can be very uplifting, but the doom scrolling is not, for sure. Playing video games quite often can be very energy consuming, though the whole idea of video games is actually great in terms of like educational process, learning about strategy, tactics, learning about building communities. There are a lot of benefits. I'm not sure if I told that, but I'm working in 18 video games. Oh my God, I don't even remember if I mentioned that, maybe. Anyway, this is why I'm talking about video games. And yeah, we are doing and we're having a lot of things that sometimes we feel like those are negative, but they're negative in a specific context. Like watching a movie, positive. Just watch the movie. Don't do 20 things at a time. Yeah, that was my thought for today. Sorry if it was messy, but I am glad I managed to share this and record the video finally. I hope that it will become a little tradition of mine and it will get easier, and maybe all the other factors such as lights and audio quality will also improve. But yes, I'm just glad that I managed to sit down and share. And yes, that is it. Thank you for being here until the very end, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.